Welcome to Travel Discovery. I'm Lisa and I will be your host. Today we're in the Philippines discovering Filipino nurses. They are the best in the world. Did you know the Philippines is the largest exporter of nurses in the world? Filipino nurses are known to be very friendly and caring. They go to school for 5 years compared to the typical 4 years in the US, for example. So they have an extra year of training, so they're well trained and well sought after. So Filipinos practice all over the world. In this video, we are going to discuss the history of Filipino nurses, how the Philippines became the largest exporter of nurses in the world, and some interesting stats about Filipinos in the medical field. But first, I want to take a moment to thank our nurses. Many of them have become Nurses of the Year. They're hardworking. They were frontline workers during the pandemic. So we just want to say thank you to all of our hardworking nurses. Filipinos make up only 1% of the U.S. population, but are more than 7% of the healthcare workforce. That is remarkable. In the New York, New Jersey area alone, 1 in 4 Filipinos work in the medical field. The same in New York, 1 in 4. So if you find yourself in a hospital in New York or New Jersey, you are likely to run into a Filipino nurse. 1 in 4. Again, that's absolutely remarkable. And that's just in these 2 states alone. It's really not uncommon for a Filipino to say, my mom was a nurse, or my sister is a nurse, or now my daughter is a nurse. Let's look at the history of why that's the case. You might be surprised to know that nurse migration was rooted in the late 19th and early 20th century. You have to remember the Philippines was previously a colony of Spain, which is why many Filipinos have Spanish-sounding last names. But then something happened in 1898. It became a territory of the U.S. And so then a U.S. nursing program, an American nursing program, was established. It was 5 years. So Filipinos have an extra year of training. They're well trained. And so unintentionally, they were ready to answer the call because of post-World War II, there was a nursing shortage. So there was demands in different states, and Filipino nurses answered that call. They were ready to fill those positions. 1 in 4 Filipinos are frontline healthcare workers, although they are only 1% of the U.S. population. So during the pandemic, many of the lives that were lost were Filipinos. So they took a very heavy burden during the pandemic. So again, we want to say thank you, not just to Filipino nurses, but all healthcare workers around the world that worked so hard during the pandemic up until this point. See you next time on Travel Discovery to see what we will discover next. We are going to leave you with some beautiful images of the Philippines. Remember to see, discover, and explore. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know if you are one of those hardworking Filipino nurses.